Hello, my name's Dory James O'Neill, and it's an absolute pleasure today to be with you to share with you my thoughts on sugar addiction and why it and how it has such a dramatic effect on our lives and why it's eluded scientists and doctors for so many years. I've now learned over the past while all about addiction, and it doesn't matter whether the addiction's to a drug, nicotine, alcohol, or sugar or carbohydrates. People that have addictions have similar characteristics, and the addictive characteristic of sugar and other substances is that as one becomes more and more addicted and the addiction starts to take over more and more of the person, their behavior is changed dramatically. So in the case of a person that's newly addicted to a substance, they require very little of that substance in order to satisfy the brain's addictive nature, wanting that substance to satisfy the cravings that are driven through to the brain and thereby causing the behavioral changes that make up an addiction. When it comes to sugar, although it may not be quite as rapid or onset as, say, an addiction to cocaine or possibly even to heroin, as the person progresses in their beginning early stages, probably in young adulthood, they require not as much sugar as they would, say, 10 years into consuming sugar on a daily basis. And so this is where normal, regular diets and programs really fall down, and that's why there's so much fall off after a person basically goes on a diet, goes on a calorie counting spree, engages in a meal replacement program. All of those are subject to failure because what you're relying on is an individual's willpower to basically control themselves from moving towards what the brain is telling the body, and that is to satisfy the addiction. So if it's true that 40% of the people are actually addicted to sugar, and you put them onto some diet program that doesn't address their addiction, in the beginning they're able to lose weight, feel a lot better, because they're using willpower to overpower the addiction. But then comes that fateful night when they're all alone, they don't have their support, they don't have their coach there, they don't have anything to support them, and they see an open bag of cookies on the counter, and the brain triggers the response. The brain says, sugar, just have a bite. And the person initially tries to resist that temptation. But the next thing you know, 20 minutes later, here's that poor individual sitting on the couch. The box of cookies is beside them, empty. They, of course, feel satisfied that they've ate, and the brain is satisfied that it's had the sugar that fuels the addiction, but they're back on their addictive behavioral track. And now the addiction takes over once again, and they spiral back into, many times, a situation where their weight is greater than what they had before they started their diet. So that's the yo-yo effect. How you deal with a person that's addicted to sugar is by facing the addiction straight on. Our miracle supplement that we offer through Diet Coaches of America deals with sugar addiction head on. It has 3 major ingredients that help the body resist and eliminate the urges to need sugar. Those ingredients are Nepal cactus, a microalgae seaweed, and a coffee extract. And basically within a very short period of time, sometimes as quick as 48 hours of taking this product, a person's addiction to sugar is diminished or in some cases completely eliminated. And so here's the scenario. Remember, let's go back to the addictive nature. You don't see people enter into a restaurant that you know are overweight and probably addicted to sugar, sitting there eating a normal portion, but satisfying their sugar addiction by reaching into a bowl of sugar or opening the packages and pouring them in their mouth. No, that's not how it works. The brain says we need more sugar, and so what the reaction is, the natural reaction, is to increase the portion size over and above what's required to get nutrition. So our bodies are conditioned to say, you know what? I'm satisfied, I'm full with a proper nutritional intake. But when you're addicted to sugar, the brain goes, oh, but you need more sugar. So you're not getting the sugar from eating sugar cubes, you're getting the sugar from extracting it from your meal. When you take our miracle supplement and all of a sudden that eliminates or reduces your addiction to sugar, and you sit down before a meal, maybe one of those restaurants that serves those enormous portions, instantly you start eating and you get full partway into that serving. Why? Because you're not fueling a sugar addiction. And so you get full on what would be considered a normal amount of food. The way that you lose weight is by reduction of calories. If you use willpower, it often doesn't work if you're trying to overpower a sugar addiction. But if you eliminate the addictive nature of the sugar from the brain and you eat a portion that provides you with the nutrients that the body says, hey, I'm okay, you eat a smaller portion. Thus, no suffering, no feeling like you've deprived. You walk away from the table feeling content and happy, and you're not 5 minutes later reaching into a cupboard to have an Oreo cookie because you need that sugar fix. You're not looking for dessert after your meal because you are no longer addicted to sugar. So our miracle supplement causes weight loss by eliminating the need for the brain to crave for sugar. Thereby you're able to eat smaller portions, eat healthier, never feel bloated, never feel deprived, never have to rely on your willpower to lower your caloric intake. And the result is you lose weight. So when you go to our website, Diet Coaches of America, and you look at those success stories, those dozens upon dozens of people that have lost weight, you start to understand why. It's because they're eating what they're supposed to eat, a normal portion of food, which satisfies them completely, which doesn't create an angst, a desire to eat more because the brain's craving for sugar, crying out for more sugar to satisfy an addiction, and you lose weight naturally, easily, and the weight never comes back. Because you walk into that kitchen one day, you're no longer addicted to sugar, you see the open box of cookies, and probably your reaction would be to close up the box of cookies and put it back in the cupboard, sit down and watch TV and enjoy yourself without gorging yourself to satisfy the brain's need for more sugar. So our product is a miracle product. It really works. And I'm here to tell you that we're passing this message on because we're looking to help people get healthier, save lives, and enjoy life to the fullest, being physically fit and happy and just moving forward, eating normal sized meals and never feeling that they've suffered or been deprived when it's mealtime. So enjoy the rest of your day. Thanks for watching, and until next time, lose weight. Bye-bye.